So here we have a lesion, but to better see it, we're going to put some simethicone on it. So this is, of course, something you should try and avoid doing, putting so much ink under it that it ends up being taken up by the polyp, which it definitely has been here. So the gentleman's had a left hemicolectomy, got a stoma. You can see the tattoo is all the way around the lumen, but indeed here we have a flat indurated lesion. Of course, some of you might think that this is central depression, but in fact this is almost certainly just the lesion spreading over a fold. The spasm is not helping identify the polyp, but it's a typical non-granular lesion with very difficult to define borders. Of course, if there wasn't a spot mark there, maybe you could see another one here on the right, and maybe you could see another one up here even. The spot mark, of course, makes it all the too obvious that there's something going on around here, and it makes your eyes prick up. But of course, you can see how this might be mistaken for a fold. When we can use a narrow band just to have a look at it a little bit more, and around here, and to make sure that there's not any submucosal invasion in the center of the lesion. We can use near focus for that a bit, and we see that we have a Kudo 3S/L pattern, certainly here more of an S type, and then an L type potentially also present, and that the lesion also goes right back around the fold, right back here. So there's a more extensive lesion than you might expect. There you have it, lesion assessment of a non-granular tuberoadenoma with spot mark underneath in the transverse colon. Now. Inject. So use your injection to get it into the position you want. Stop. Really get on an edge. You really want to get a wide margin. Inject. Okay, we have the snare things. The captivator, 15. So the captivator is a stiff hot snare. Thick wired but stiff, thick wired snare. Of course, we expect the resection to be difficult because of the tattoo placing. This sort of lesion, there's a 5% risk of buried submucosal invasion, but because it's not bulky and not nodular, then that risk is, if you see nothing, that risk is significantly less. So I wish to get on an edge here. Okay, close. Alright, thank you. Check the mobility of it. It's mobile. Close to 1 centimeter. Let the diathermy do the rest. Injection things. So without the needle you can inject and really get that to open up. Here we go. Really get your submucosal plane expanded. Inject. Inject. Stop. Inject. Okay, macht open. Now inject. Stop. Inject. So really working on this margin here. We're going to inject here. Let's have the snare again, please. Of course, this bleeding here may require some intervention. It's been going on a little while now. We say more than 30 seconds. If it needs that, then we are going to use an endoscopic treatment. That treatment can be snare tip self-coagulation with the tip of the snare. Alright, and bleeding is controlled. Open. We'll take the next piece using the edge that we already made. and getting some normal out front. Use the up down to press down, close. Okay, not too tight because you already cut through a bit of polyp there, I think. And then use the diathermy for the rest. Okay, next piece. So we're already quite injected up on the right here, so we can start to take this piece. So again, we use the defect we already made. Close. We have a nice piece. Take the snare, check mobility, feels okay, and we have it off. All right. And you can see actually the tattoo into the defect. The black defect here is because of that tattoo. Hold the scope, please. So we come back along the place that we made. We turn a little bit to the left. Hold there, so that we can see in here. It's too open, the cream. That's good. See your edge, close. Oh, that's pretty good. Watch out. Don't want to cut through. Yeah. Your foot. So you see here we've isolated the center inject of the lesion. We've made sure of our margin the whole way. Stop. Inject. So that we make sure the margins are lifted. Stop. And then we have to go all the way back here. So here we're going to inject some more. Not through it. Stop. Inject. Stop. Inject. Dema. Stop. Inject. So again, we're working the edges so that we have what we want. The lesion's underwater, but the guy has a stoma, so any other position is going to be very difficult for me to use the scope. So I'm sticking with the position for now. Always try and think about how you can make your access better or easier. Open. So this is what you're aiming for. Always this ball, tennis ball into the snare effect. Close. Press down, hard down with your up down, so that you grab a good piece of tissue. Check your mobility. Close to 1 centimeter. Take the next piece. Yeah. Move it away if it won't come up, and later we can catch it with a net. All right. Open. So I had to come the other way because the snare doesn't want to open that way. So press hard down with the up down. Watch it come in, close. We have a good piece. We can see that the edge at the back is normal, which is really important. We've checked our front margin, so we're not going to leave islands. And push it away. All right. Use the water jet to expand the defect. And again, then we're left with this piece on the left. And this piece here is injected, so we can do this. And now we have circumferential around it. Open. So we of course want to try and get these pieces without having to use forceps or some kind of avulsion technique. So really use suction to let it come in. Really press down, close, stop, not too tight. Now we have it. So mobile, I don't want to cut through. So that's the previous spot mark. That's the problem there. It's really got underneath the lesion and stuck it right down. As you can see here, how stuck down that is. And it's just stuck down from having tattoo under it previously. Alright, so we have this piece, hold here. Back a little more. Hold there. You can see it's pretty good. We're going to push right down without down. Suction, okay, close. Okay, we have something. I've got this there again. So we're going to close to 1 centimeter, check it's mobile. Try not to cut through it. And let the diathermy do the work rather than our hand. And you can see it's just completely covered in spot underneath there, which will be the problem. I can take that out. Injection, please. So now we need to inject up the other edge. Really helps to, in these cases, to use a polyp trap, because those pieces will come, if they're small enough, will come up, and then you'll lose them if you don't have a trap on. Okay, so we have finished the lesion or not? No, certainly not. Over here, it's pretty much removed. It's removed on the edges here, but it is not removed up here, or indeed back here. Hold the scope. Heel out. Inject. So here we go. Alright, come back. Just check we've got everything here. If you're not sure, you can always inject. Inject. Move it out this way and then go back and have a look. This is off, I think. So that is indeed removed. So just this back area here. So here there is the back. Inject. Okay. Alright, let's have a snare. So we can see the edge is normal. Really pushing down with the up down. 2. Okay, stop. Be careful because the chance of cutting through is high. You see it all very nearly cut through here. And open here. Now we have an edge, it's much easier. Open. To isolate this piece. Don't accept second best on your edge here. Okay, close. There's something here, sure. Bit of defect on the left, so we have to check it carefully. It moves. We have another piece. Almost certainly this edge is removed, but if we're not certain, take another open. Two. Take it and make sure. No need to take this all in one. Hold. Really have to press down here. Try and close. Stop. You got it?
Yeah.
Careful. And we have it. So we have it. One piece is removed. I still have another little adherent piece, I think. Just use this to suction up these annoying pieces. And so in this way of doing it carefully, systematically, methodically, you can have a defect that looks very much like a ASD defect. Open. So we isolate the piece we want. Press down. Alright, close. Careful. Indeed we have it. Thank you. And we remove it. And there's a tiny little piece here which we can also remove. Close. You can see the fibrosis that happens here. Yeah, cut it. Open. These are definitely not polyp, but anyway, close. Cut it. Yeah. Okay, these pieces are removed, and then we can coagulate over the top later. Alright, so just going to suction this, switch to soft coag. Okay, so the defect looks alright. I'm just looking for any signs of deep injury or tip, or I don't see it. The scope is really hard to manipulate because it's really long and we're not far in. So for that I apologise, a bit less tip out. And the parts where we cold snared, we should just attach a bit of diathermy to. You don't have to coagulate all blood vessels in the defect. Right, some clips, thanks. So we'll have a look for other lesions while we're here. Add some clips because of the deep injury in the around the tattoo. That looks like someone's taking a biopsy there, maybe of a polyp next to it. Hold the scope. Sure. Ja, doe maar. Ja? Ja. Zo. Machine. Nog eentje. Hoor. Zo. Ja, ziet dat. Nog eentje. Hoor. Zo. Ja, mag zien. And so here you have it, the final defect with clips. Actually, a couple of the clips have not worked very well, and I think a defect in one of the clips meant it didn't deploy properly. So it's slightly untidy, but the area of deep injury is pulled together. Potential deep injury. Close.